Sims from NBC Pro Football Talk on what he saw from Watson through the first couple of weeks, and especially in that Steelers loss.
I mean, Deshaun Watson, they got to be concerned about what they're seeing now. It's official. It's enough of like, hey, he played at the end of last year. He had a full training camp. He played last week. He played last night, right? And this guy doesn't look anything like the person we used to see with the Houston Texans. And honestly, Mike, he doesn't even give off the same mojo. There's not the same look in his eye, magic in his eye. It's like he's been scarred by all the things that happened. And I can imagine that's a real thing. I mean, I'm sure people saying crazy stuff to him all game long, let alone players, fans, whatever else. But the throwing is off sync. The seeing in the field's off sync. Yes, he got out of trouble a few times last night, but he can't run like he used to. He's not the same there either. He's a little too big, in my opinion, and too thick. But, man, for a guy that's got the greatest contract in the history of the NFL, and they want to base this around right now, they got to be worried because it don't look good, he don't look good, and their passing offense is below average where it stands right now through 2 games.
Tyler, there's 2 things. Deep balls and get it out quick. It's like there isn't a everything that they're looking for things to develop, and they're developing slowly.
Yeah, that's a problem right now. He seems to be a step behind when you're like quick outs to the sideline. He's a step slow right now, and he needs to obviously like speed things up on that end of things. But also when you see him going off of play action, or like the other night, there was a play to Amari Cooper that would have been wide open, but he ended up rolling to his left and not seeing it to his right. You know, those things are going to start coming back. Right now, it does not look very good. Like there's no way around it. It has not looked very good. We have seen some moments where he's had some throws that are like, okay, that's the guy that we remember, and that's the guy the Browns traded for. But he does have a long way to go. I think also it comes down to he does not seem to trust his offensive line very much. You can see it sometimes that he is very quick to leave the pocket as opposed to staying in the pocket. Now, there are times where it's breaking down and he's got to get out of there as soon as possible. But there also is he's not having the confidence in his offensive line to protect him, especially on that left side with Jed Wills. So he's got a long way to go to improve. And I think with the injury to Nick Chubb and going against a subpar pass defense this week, I think they're going to make a habit of trying to get the ball in Watson's hands and using more quick slants, using some quicker passes, and hopefully he is able to make the defense pay with those reads.